All right, thank you, Rashla. And indeed, we are playing the World of Super Mario. All right, so time starts about 2 seconds after I press A here. So I will press A on 2, I guess. So, all right, let's get a countdown going, guys. 3, 2, 1, go! Very enthusiastic there, Kinnan.
I had a phone in my other hand.
I appreciate it. Kinnan is assisting me so that I can reply to some stuff in the chat, because I'll be honest, I don't have as big of a repertoire when it comes to commentary for this game as I do with Sunshine, so yeah. World 1, there's not a lot going on here. I'm going to be avoiding power-ups throughout it, because there's one jump in the final level here on Yoshi's Island that's kind of hard if you have a mushroom, like hard to not get hit, and getting hit loses time, so we're just going to be doing some basic platforming here. The second level, Yoshi's Island 3, is actually like one of the trickier levels in the run. It's not particularly hard once you're used to it. Now that I've said that, I'm probably going to mess it up, but we'll see. Yeah, see? Standard. Always happens in marathons for me.
Jinxed it.
But yeah. It's, like, it trips a lot of people up when they're learning the game. For sure. Alright, should be good now. Yeah, there's some decently tight jumps here. And, of course, a lot of pits. You can, if you, like, in a casual playthrough, if you get the yellow switch palace, which is on the other side of World 1, then this level gets a lot easier, but it's actually slightly slower to get the yellow switch palace at the start, because we are playing 96 exit, and the switch palaces are exits, so we do need to complete that level. But since you don't have a cape, it's slightly slower to do it here at the start of the run, since capes are the fastest way to move. It's faster than running, so you can do a shell jump there, but since shell jumps are really hard, I just killed a shell to reduce lag. Yeah, that level is pretty straightforward. Then we're going to move on to the first castle. The first room of that is just a bunch of fences which you have to climb on. We'll see that in a second. I'll point out that jump. There's a jump right here at the start where you have to go under an enemy. Like, it's hard not to get hit there if you have a mushroom, so that's why we avoid power-ups. And there as well. Fun fact, on the PAL version of the game, you can actually clear that jump without climbing on the fence. PAL runs at a lower frame rate, and instead of like with more modern games in the on the GameCube and such, like those games tend to have just like proper conversion where they are basically the same gameplay-wise no matter the frame rate. But with these old games, the games are just slowed down. So the only thing they did in Super Mario World in order to kind of compensate for that is that they just made Mario run faster. So he can jump a lot farther, and that's why you can clear that gap on the PAL version. Yeah, that was the first boss, Iggy. There's not much to him. And every time we beat a world, there's this little cutscene here.
Bomb.
I wish I knew what this said, but I haven't played the English version of the game in forever, and I'm not sure if... they're probably direct translations. It's actually interesting. I should look that up. Alright, so now we're going to be getting into the nitty-gritty of the game. We're going to be picking up a cape here right at the start of Donut Plains. And we're going to be seeing a lot of cape usage throughout the run. You can fly over a good portion of the levels in this game. About 30 of them, I think, which, you know, that's almost a third, but not all of the flyovers are actually straightforward. So first of all, there's this thing called fast fly, which you can do, and the way that this game works is that whenever you're moving forward, your speed will be oscillating normally. So if you're just running, your speed changes between 3 different values, and if you're flying, it actually changes between 5 different values. 5 or 4, I think it's 5. Anyway, but if you stop holding right or left, which you can do when you're flying, then that value is actually locked in place. Ooh, no biggie. That value is locked in place. So if you can lock it on the highest value, you save time because you're moving faster. And that is called fast fly if you get the fastest possible value. And there is actually consistent ways to get that, but it's hard to do, especially in certain levels. So that's something that you wouldn't really notice if you're just watching a run, but it's something that runners are usually struggling with. Like I said, I don't do fast fly because I've honestly never put in the effort to kind of get used to kind of the visual cues for that, because it's really hard. It basically comes down to the fact that you have to look at how smooth the objects in the game are moving across your screen, and it's different for like every TV that you play on. So like if I had wanted to do it here at this marathon, I would have like had to get used to this TV first, which I didn't really have the opportunity to do either. But yeah, so here we're going to be picking up another hidden exit. So that keyhole that we picked up in Donut Plains 1, that was a secret exit, or a hidden exit, whatever you want to call it. Every level that has a red dot on the overworld has a secret exit, so that means those levels have 2 exits instead of 1. And the same goes for some ghost houses. Okay, now here I want to hit the P-switch. Very good. Yeah, the keys and the keyholes are generally really close to each other, which, like, I think that's something that they, like, wanted to do more with the whole key mechanic, but they kind of dropped it in development. I mean, they do some interesting things with it in a few places, like they put the key behind some blocks that you need to have a power-up for it to break, for instance, but it's like pretty minor stuff. Usually it's just literally key, keyhole right next to each other, which is kind of silly in my opinion, but it is what it is. Alright, here we're fighting Big Boo. He's really easy. You just throw blocks at him.
Meanie.
Ooh, that Boo is quite close. Yeah, that was not ideal. Whatever, I always lose my cape in one of these ghost house levels. I swear to... swear to goodness, it always happens. Yeah, I messed up my positioning there, so the small Boo kind of locked me in. I could have probably dug my way out, but yeah, that would have been an easy way to die as well, because there's only 3 layers of blocks. It's fine, I can just go here to pick up a cape. So the reason I'm actually kind of detouring to do that ghost house, because it's not any faster to do that, but at the start of this ghost house, there's these Boo rings, which is this thing. And those actually, the position that that Boo ring is in when it leaves the screen, that gets saved by the game. So now this Boo ring is in the same position that the other one was, and it was actually in a bad position, and I lost my cape again. Good job. So if you do this level later in the run, then that Boo ring can be in a really bad position. So that's why you want to do it early. It just makes it a little bit easier to do this level. It's still a hard level, though. Like, the boss fight, the mess up there was dumb, but what just happened, I judged the Boo ring incorrectly. I thought I would be able to make it, but I would have been able to fix that by scrolling the screen, which is something you can do with the shoulder buttons. I haven't done it yet in the run. I will at some point. I don't know where the first instance of screen scrolling is going to be, but it's used in a few spots and it can be useful. Especially like to kind of force things to appear a little bit faster, because they appear on screen earlier. This can be used to affect some like cycles. Oh, that is bad. You want to go over that pipe. Unfortunately, I dropped a cape pump, so I wasn't able to. Okay, I could just go over here though. Mario is very animated when he's on ice.
I mean, he's
little
literally
preview.
animated.
Yeah, get a little preview of the final world here. Okay, so here's a level where taking off is actually kind of difficult. It's like, that's pretty tight. You have to time your jump properly, and then you have to wait pretty long with taking off, like until right before you're about to walk off of that platform. There's a few levels where that's the case, where it's not entirely straightforward to get up in the air, but once you are in the air, the level is free.
Chat wants to know who your favorite speedrunner is and why it is B-Boy.
Huh. No comment.
Right answer.
Oh, so many bugs. Yeah, they're definitely bugging me.
Well, they can bugger off.
I have to say, I mean, we... we have a beautiful venue, but it's unfortunately right next to a forest, so there are quite a few bugs here. There were a lot of wasps in the venue as well throughout the week, which most people weren't too thrilled about. Understandably, I might add, but yeah, I think we've had like one wasp sting the entire week, so I think we're doing pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You might have
Oh, man.
more to do.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, we've actually got our first aider, our boy Sniper Wave, on host right now, so if there were any wasp stings, he is the person who knows. Alright, this is called Morton Fly. It's a pretty tricky strat, but there are like pretty good visual cues for it. Actually forgot to pick up my flower there. Flower is faster for this boss, because instead of jumping on him 3 times, you can shoot 2 fireballs and then jump on him, and that works. If you want to kill him purely with with fireballs, you actually have to hit him 5 times, I believe. I'm actually going to turn up the volume a little bit on the television here, because it's nice to be able to hear your cape pumps clearly.
Oop. Well, he does have a cape, so I guess you can call him Superman. It is
How-
4 a.m. The pun level is going up.
Superman? I mean, Super Mario, Superman? Is that where you're going with that, or?
Well, in some ways.
I'm not convinced. All right, so coming up is the first instance of wings, which wings are a mechanic in this game. The developers put wings in some levels where you would otherwise not be able to continue without Yoshi, but never mind. All right, we're not going to be able to show off the wings here. Okay, so I'm gonna be a sore loser here and make an excuse, but the D-pad on this controller is not nice. So that's my excuse for messing that up. So I accidentally threw the block sideways instead of throwing it up. So what I was trying to do there is when you throw a object up into a block in a certain way, it will duplicate the block. So I was trying to duplicate the block over that Yoshi coin, and if you then collect it, you get an invisible block. And if you duplicate that invisible block to the right, you get a... okay, that was not smart. Whatever. You get a block which contains Yoshi wings, which will instantly finish the level. Alright. But we made it through the level. Unfortunately, I lost my Yoshi, though. Which I could have taken him with me, I suppose. But that would have complicated things a little bit. So that means that I won't be able to do the Yoshi clip here, which is a decent time saver. I really didn't think about, like, losing Yoshi. It was a silly mistake on my part. But yeah, we'll be seeing Yoshi clip later on in the run, so not a big deal. Same with wings. We'll be seeing that later. That was a nice hit. Oh my goodness. Okay, fine. Play the game. Alright. I can pick up a fire flower here still. Would have been nice to get a cape already, though.
Speaking of playing the game, have you ever played Kaizo Hack?
I have not. The reason I haven't is because I want to play on original hardware for that, but I do not have an EverDrive or an SD to SNES currently. That was annoying. Okay, whatever. We'll pick up power-ups somewhere else. I need to go through that level again to get the regular exit, and there's a ton of power-ups in that level, so it should be fine. I did not anticipate those fish being quite as big of a problem as they ended up being. Alright, so first Switch Palace. Did not get the jump. You can get a frame-perfect jump on those switches when you hit them. It's called a jump. Alright. So now the yellow blocks. Red blocks. Hello. I'm not colorblind. Red blocks are now a thing. I did not pick up that shell. Okay.
But for all the people that are colorblind, all the black blocks are another thing.
That's not how colorblindness generally works.
I don't know.
But sure. That wasn't close.
I know.
It's
I know
still,
I can still be muted.
Still
but
an option. I don't think everyone else hates puns quite as much as you do, Niana. Alright. Pick up a cape.
that was not me.
That was very low-hanging fruit, but I'll allow it. Oh, apparently the stream didn't hear that.
You're very glad you didn't hear that. Some puns should not be heard.
That's fair. Alright. Another ghost house. This one only has one exit. But it's actually kind of tricky. Like, okay, so most of the ghost houses, they've got like little puzzles in them. The puzzle in this ghost house is that you need to collect some coins before hitting a P-switch, and you also need to like kind of know where to take the P-switch. Oh, okay. I was trying to get an item fly there, which would have allowed me to fly with the P-switch, but yeah, you need to collect those coins and hit the P-switch, and then you can enter the door. If you enter that regular door, it just takes you back to the first room. But yeah, a lot of the ghost houses have stuff like that, where it's either tricky P-switches or just some other kind of tomfoolery. Alright, this is Vanilla Dome 3. It's one of the hardest levels in the game, in order to do optimally. I don't go for optimal strats, but I go for pretty fast strats, so... Let's see. Okay, that was good. And up here's a bonus game, and the nice thing about the bonus games, you already saw it in Morton's Castle, actually, is that you can just leave immediately. You don't need the one-ups. And there's our big pal Yoshi. And this is the tricky bit. So there's actually a different strat you can do there with a glitch called Yoshi Fly, which allows you to fly with Yoshi. But it's really hard. It's called Raft Skip, and it's quite a bit faster. I don't know the exact number, but it's a significant amount. Ooh, I picked up the bonus stars there. Okay, so you do not want to get 100 bonus stars in this game, because then you get a bonus game, and you can't walk out of that one. You have to complete those, so I've never gone a bonus game in a run, but it would be fitting for it to happen during a marathon run, of course, so I have to keep an eye out for that. I think I'll be fine, though. If I pay attention to it, it shouldn't happen, for sure. But yeah, you know, famous last words and all that. So yeah, you can't fly normally with Yoshi, but you can still jump for a pretty darn long time, and the jumps kind of work out nicely in this level where you get to bounce on some of these enemies. It's pretty free. And yeah, Yoshi doesn't get to go into castles or ghost houses, so now we'll be down to just Mario again. I'm gonna spin my cape here to manipulate that Magic Koopa so he doesn't get in my way.
Is there a reason why that works, or?
It just has something to do with how the game determines the random numbers for the Magic Koopa. I don't know the exact mechanics behind it. Okay, so if there's like ever anything that you want to know about the game and like why stuff works a certain way in the game, the person you want to ask is Dutchj. He's the person who made the practice cart for the game. Like, he's basically disassembled the entire game. Like, he knows pretty much everything about it. And there's also a lot of tassers who have similar degrees of knowledge about the game. Like, there's a huge task community for this game. It's not just the game itself, but like ROM hacks and stuff also get tasked all the time. Tasks being a tool-assisted speedrun, in case anyone was unaware. Which is basically just getting or using a computer to make a perfect run of a game, or at least as close to perfect as you can get it realistically. But that finishes up World 3 for now. We get another nice cutscene.
Hammer time.
Mario gets creative. You know, he's like, he could just destroy every castle the same, but where's the fun in that? Unfortunately, he might run into some trouble with a few of them, but we'll see. We'll see that when we get there. It's actually going to be a while until we beat another castle, because before we reach Castle 4, we're first going to do the Special World. Star World and Special World, I should say. And the rest of World 3 as well. Alright. This is like a very famous strat. Like, a lot of people knew about this casually. That you can just bounce across the saws with Yoshi. Alright. We don't need Yoshi anymore, so we're gonna leave him up here in Coin Heaven. Gonna
I would want to be left
make
in
him a rich
Coin
man,
Heaven.
yeah.
Coin Heaven sounds like a good place to be.
I mean, like, okay, Coin Heaven is fine, but there's only coins, so it's not like you can spend your coins on anything up there. It's kind of a trap.
So, what does 96 exit exactly mean?
Alright, so this game has like 60 or 70 some levels, but a bunch of them have more than one exit, 2 exits in this case. There are no levels with more than 2 exits, so 96 exit is just completing every level in every possible way without the use of any like strange glitches which allow you to get unintended exits. So this level has 2 exits, so we're going to be completing it twice, once with both exit. And the game actually counts the exits on the file select screen, so After the run is over, the file will say 96 exits. Now, a funny thing about that is that the final boss actually doesn't count as an exit. But yeah, obviously we still fight the final boss. Because it would be kind of weird to not do that. I mean, it's the intention behind this category is that it's a full completion run. So you should complete the entire game. What you saw there is like a hidden exit being hidden behind the regular exit. That's something that happens in another level as well. The game developers, they were pretty crafty with some of this stuff. Alright. So, Soda Lake, you just swim under it. The opinions are divided on what the best way to deal with this level is. I know quite a few runners who swim, like, through the level and have to avoid all the torpedo Teds and all the cheeps and stuff. I personally prefer just swimming under. It's pretty straightforward. Really, the only thing that can mess you up is that you can, like, run into the... you can, like, run into the bottom of these cliffs a little bit if you're not careful. It's also possible to die, of course, but that shouldn't happen if you're vigilant with your swimming. Okay. I lost a little bit of time. I think you can get a 2:26 on the in-game timer there when entering the pipe, but I'm not entirely sure. Either way, that was good. No major problems. I have to slow down a little bit before that final section because otherwise the torpedo Teds get in your way because they fire to the right. So you manipulate them to fire to the left. And now we're going to be entering Star World. Every level here has 2 exits. And due to how this works here, we're going to be completing the normal exit first for each level. Because the normal exit will take you back to where you came from. Like, you can't advance in the Star World without getting the secret exits, so... By getting the secret exit last, you don't have to backtrack twice. There you go. This is like a really straightforward level if you know what you're doing. This next one is kind of tricky, though, so... it's fastest to fly under the level here, even for the normal exit. But there is some obstacles in the way that you really want to not hit. So it can be a little tricky. Particularly, there's some red blocks coming up, which are useful for the hidden exit, which you saw there. The key is in that block that was right next to the keyhole. Oh. Ooh! That did not work!
Okay.
That did not work. Whoops! That's a first. I dropped a cape pump, so I was too low. Well, whatever. There is a feather I can get here. It's just a little bit further in. It's over here. So now I can just fly over because I did not complete that exit since I died, and I'll just go over. Oh yeah, that, like, flying under for that exit is pretty tricky. Like, it's definitely not the first time I've messed it up. It was just the first time I've messed it up in that particular way. Which, you know, it's always interesting to find new ways to screw up in a speedrun. But yeah, so what you saw there, I mentioned Kaizo ROM hacks earlier. That's a common way that Kaizo ROM hacks will, like, try to mess with you, is particularly, like, the actual Kaizo ones. There's something called a Kaizo trap, where you will have to use a P-switch in some way in order to prevent Mario from dying after you complete the level. Which can be really mean. Wow. Okay. That's slightly more annoying, because I'm not very proficient at getting the secret exit from the top, but... we'll figure it out. Yeah, this... I did not think I would mess this level up twice, but, you know, there we are. It's definitely not an easy level. Alright. We're good. Oh la la, I thought I was gonna get hit. Okay. I think it's down here. Yeah, okay, so that works. Luckily, I wasn't sure if that would work. Alright. Being able to like play kind of casually fast is a useful skill in this game whenever you have to back stuff up and you're not really sure how. Like I could have done something risky there, but it's better to just kind of casual fast it and complete the level. Sure, go ahead.
We have a €1 donation from Jokes Anonymous with a knock knock joke on it. So, knock knock.
Who's there?
Luigi.
Luigi who?
Story of my life.
Oh my god.
That's a good one. Poor Luigi. Luigi's actually Green Mario in this game. In the original version of Super Mario World, Luigi did not have his own separate sprites. Okay, so what I'm doing here, or at least attempting to do, is it's called zips. I'm not really getting them. Oh, there we go. That was one. Oh, dude, I hate this. Okay, there we go. We're getting some of them. Yeah, so the reason that is a thing is only 4 of these blocks can be spinning at the same time. And if you try to spin another one, then the game will stop the first block that started spinning. So by being inside of the block that the game tries to stop and then spinning another block, that block will unspin and then it will push Mario down. And you basically get a chain reaction of that happening, and then you zip down. Alright. Secret exit here is really quick. If you can get the zip. Which apparently I cannot. Well,
You got for like 1 block there.
I tried. That's all I can say. Alright, let's get some Yoshi action here.
Will you be getting the courtesy coin?
What?
The courtesy coin.
I do not know what you're talking about.
I don't know either.
Courtesy coin. I know nothing about Lunar Dragon, so I'm afraid I cannot answer your question. Maybe if you clarify. Because I don't know what coin that is or what level that is. Yeah, that's CI... No, that can't be right. CI2 definitely has 5 dragon coins, but maybe they're talking about the secret exit. But that doesn't make sense. Well, I don't know about Chocolate Iron 3, though. But you fly over that level, so I don't think I can get a dragon coin there. But yeah, we just picked up Yoshi. You need to have an extra power up there in order to feed Yoshi. Ideally, anyway. So we're going to be needing Yoshi to do some more glitches in the special world coming up. Ooh. Okay. I backed that up. You really want a Koopa there, otherwise you're complicating things a lot. But yeah, Blue Yoshi is strong, because whatever shell he has, he can always fly, and flying with Yoshi is very useful. But even more useful are Yoshi wings, and this time I'm going to try not to throw away my shell. In this level, unless you kill the shell, you're still fine, even if you throw it away, though, so... Alright. If you dupe this block multiple times, it actually saves time. Alright, so now I need to wait for that to unspin, then grab it, and hit the block, and then I have wings. And that ends the level. So that is Yoshi wings. And we're gonna do another set of wings here, but these are really hard, and if I mess up, then there's a possibility that I can't get them anymore.
Oh, this one.
Ah, yeah, I messed up. So I hit the block, so I can't dupe it anymore. I really hate this backup. It's like really hard to land on that block properly for some reason. See, I lost Yoshi. That's quite bad. I actually don't know how to complete this now. I think... Oh, yeah. No! No! Okay, so I'm just gonna go back, get a feather, get a Yoshi, and we're gonna try that again, because I, honest to God, don't know how to complete that level. And a few of the next levels without a Yoshi, so... I mean, I know how to beat them, you just go right, but... it would be very slow and wouldn't look very cool, so... Okay, we're just gonna wait for this fish. And I should have probably gone a feather first. Let's see if I can do this without messing up. Okay. Oh. Okay, we're good. Yeah, Yoshi can't ordinarily break these blocks, but if you spin jump onto him, then he can. Alright. Let's try that again, shall we? I practiced that level quite a lot today, but unfortunately didn't pay off. Hopefully I can just get the wings now, that would be nice. Man. Again, oh man. I'm not a fan. No, that's not good. What? You're kidding. Oh, okay. Well,
Got a few block though.
I know what to do now, at least. Okay. We're doing this. Oh boy. Don't die. Okay, I need to hit this block. No! Oh my lord. Wow. Well, that's... I can't believe this. I can't believe that I messed this up twice.
SMW is a brutal game.
It is, though, but it's also me being stubborn here and just not casualing the levels. I refuse to casual those levels because they suck. It's not worth it. But yeah, this is one of those things that, like, really don't expect to happen. But stuff like this has been happening to me all day, so I've kind of gotten used to it by now. Yep.
We have a anonymous €1 donation saying, Yashi!
I agree. Yoshi is the best Mario character. Alright.
Definitely the cutest.
Now then. Third time's the charm. Oh my lord. There we go.
Yay!
So, whoops. That is a block factory right there. So the P-switch gets stuck in between just in a way that it just continues to dupe blocks like infinitely. You can make it stop by scrolling the screen, but yeah, there's no real reason to do that. Well, okay, there is a reason. It stops the game from lagging, but Yeah, I don't really care about that. I just want to get my victory wings. Okay, so there's actually the first instance in the run of intended wings. Those wings are supposed to be there because there's a rope section further on. Actually, those are the second set of intended wings. Never mind. They were already in Cheese Bridge. But yeah. I had neglected to mention it there. But yeah, same thing in that level. There's ropes, and Yoshi can't climb ropes, so... Are you kidding me? Okay. Come on. Freaking fish. Now I have to go back and get a Yoshi again. I mean, I don't have to, but I want to. Oh my lord. See, now, there is a solid argument for why I don't want to casual those levels. They are freaking hard without cheesing them in some way, and it's just... I'm really sad about the fact that I have to freaking go back and get a Yoshi 3 times. And a cape, of course. If it were just the Yoshi, it would be slightly more manageable. But yeah, there are no freaking Yoshis. There might actually be a Yoshi in that level. I'm not sure. I don't know off the top of my head if there's a Yoshi there. I don't think there is, but I could be wrong. There's probably not. I doubt they would put Yoshi and wings in the same level, but... Alright. Let's try that again. Dude, I'm always like, okay, so the strat that I died on there is called Awesome Flower. And I always say Awesome Flower is free, and of course I die on it. It's just karma, I guess. Alright. Now then. Awesome Flower is free, Act 2. Okay, that worked. It was... Again, I don't think I've ever died the way that I just did on Awesome Flower, because I just dismounted I didn't dismount Yoshi, but I just dropped down too early, so I was too low. It's a really silly mistake. Okay, so hopefully we can get through the rest of Special unscathed. Hopefully. This level's pretty straightforward, so I don't expect any complications here. I'd just like to say ahead of time that I expected to go overestimate for this run, but this might be unexpectedly bad. But yeah. It's unfortunate. That's all that it is. Can't say much more. I only have 1 life. I just realized that. Also, I don't have time to drink water here, so I don't know why I'm trying. I shouldn't game over? Oh, nice. Okay, whatever. That still worked. This is another level that's really hard if you're just playing it normally. Like the raising water. Fish are just annoying because you can only kill them with a cape or with fire. They just get in your way so bad. Ooh, let's not get hit. Alright, so the next 2 levels here in Special you can fly over. So I'm not too worried about those. Although the final one does have those pipes that you have to fly over. But yeah. Yeah, we'll be flying for a bit, so...
We have a €2 donation from Jasper saying 5.1k hype. Also, is this officially Dutchj % now?
I don't think that's a category.
Furthermore, we have another knock knock joke from Jokes Anonymous. So, knock knock.
Who's there?
Peach.
Peach who?
Wait a minute. This isn't Pokemon.
What?
Pichu.
Oh, Pichu. Wow.
We also have a €4.19 donation from XXX Rough XXX saying odd donation amount, I know, but it's $5 US. Great show, great cause, keep it up everyone. Also, Secret of Mana in the next marathon?
People
If
submit it.
yeah, if you submit it, then we can make it happen.
Also, if you game over, will you donate 50 euros?
No.
Oh.
Unfortunately, my wallet is quite empty. Alright. So actually I messed up flying in the last level, which is pretty embarrassing. In this level, it's actually important that I don't mess it up, though, so let's not mess it up. Alright, that's one pipe. And there's some obstacles in the air here. There, Mario hit his head. Oh, okay, whatever. I made it over. There's no more enemies. The game's gonna lie to us now.
Bar super.
Player, and it uses improper grammar. They actually fixed that in the international release. Oh, let's get some more stars.
Nice.
It's a good idea. I always feel really sad when I reach this level and I'm on a bad run. I think I'm like 10 minutes behind my PB already, and my PB is a 129, so... Not the greatest. Definitely had better runs. Maybe the second half will be good. What is the... I'm not gonna beat 7. He went like an hour over estimate. That's not gonna happen.
Let's hope not.
I don't need to hope for that. Good lord, that would be embarrassing. So yeah, for those of you that didn't catch that, Seven Sins was running Final Fantasy VII, and he's pretty darn experienced in that game. So he wasn't saving a whole lot, and then he got some absolutely atrocious luck on a boss fight and ended up dying, and it set him back by about an hour. Ah, no jump. I even failed jumping onto the switch. That was something. Alright, we're 0 for 2 on yumps. I hope I get to show off at least one yump, because yumps are always cool. Alright, so now we're finally gonna finish off Donut Plains here. I think there's like 3 different bugs flying around in my field of vision right now.
Yeah. It's pretty crazy. Yeah.
Alright, so here you actually have to fly low, because otherwise you're gonna get stopped by all of this crap. But yeah, other than that, it's an uneventful level. So the upcoming section of the run has a couple of boring levels. So next up is an auto-scroller that has 2 exits, so I have to play it twice, which is not the greatest thing in the world. Let's try and get the Buzzy Cradle. Well, never mind.
Yay,
Okay, so if you dupe both of those blocks, you can then put the Buzzy in the middle, and it's called the Buzzy Cradle. It's just a swag thing. I think I've done it at BSG before, but it's pretty hard. Block dupes in general are hard. They're a 2-frame trick. And with these blocks, if you mess it up, you can hit the block and then you can't dupe it anymore. So yeah. So there's... Okay, the way flying works in this game is that once you start flying, you have a certain amount of time within which you can fly, like, vertically, in which you can take off, and you can conserve that through a door or a pipe. I just tried to do it, but unfortunately I didn't get flight. But yeah, if you do it properly, you can fly immediately once you enter this room, which is a nice little time saver. gonna go up here for the secret exit. And we got the third switch palace. Are you real? That
Do I
just
have
happened.
time for a quick
Okay.
donation?
Got a donation.
We have a €1 donation from Levar
Aw.
saying, Animal Crossing hype, save the animals.
Save the animals. I'm not sure if I agree. What's actually ahead right now? Saving the animals or killing the animals?
Saving the animals is ahead by €2. It's 154 versus 152.
Huh. That's close.
Pangat the green switch.
Hmm?
Apparently you pangat the
Is
green
that
switch.
pangaing it?
Apparently.
Poor guy.
He never gets a break.
Ooh. Get out of my life. Alright. I should get a cape here. It's not a big deal, but yeah, I could just imagine losing your cape in a Switch Palace. Whoa, whoa, whoa. La, 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 la.
Oh my god!
What?
Stop
What?
jinxing yourself.
What? This is not a Switch Palace. Ugh. I swear to goodness, if I get hit now. Yeah. Sheesh. There is just infinite choke potential in this game. Alright. We're alive. We made it. What's next? I'm gonna lose my cape on red block thing.
Not that.
Please. You superstitious fools. I'm not unlucky. I'm just really, really bad. I'm not gonna mess this up, but this isn't red block thing. Alright. Red block thing is... The name red block thing is kind of a meme. Because it's not really that special of a strat, but it just looks kind of cool, so people made up a silly name for it. Alright. Finishes up World 2. Now we do red block thing, hopefully. Oh, no, did not get it. Took off a little bit too early because the shells were kind of in bad positions. Or I should say, the shell didn't, it didn't keep going, so it didn't kill the Buzzy, so I had to take off early in order to not get hit. Ah, heck. Yeah, I have to do the slow now. Alright. Luckily, that's not a very big deal for the hidden exit. I keep switching off between hidden or secret exits. It's what's the proper term? I think it's secret exit, but I'm not entirely sure. It's because in Super Mario Sunshine you have both hidden shines and secret shines, and they're actually different things. But in this game it doesn't matter. Again, ugh, I practiced this a lot, so I'm a little disappointed. That guy just always gets in the way. Alright, at least that worked. Could have been worse. This is a really hard level. Like, particularly that bit at the very start is just difficult because you have to get flight there, but you can't just walk all the way to the right because then you won't be able to pick up the shell, and you need the shell for the normal exit in particular. You don't need it for the secret exit, but it saves some time to have it there. Alright. Here's another flyover. In this one, you don't want to go too high, though, because there will be some para-bob-ombs spawning at the top of the screen. You might spot one or two of them. Yeah, there's one. And there's two. Heck yeah. Alright. Yeah, this is kind of the intermission of the run. There's just a bunch of flyovers and an auto-scroller here, basically. The next level is a fortress, which is kind of interesting, but then it's also a water level, so really the only interesting thing about it is the boss, which is going to be the first Bui Bui or Reznor that we fight, and I cannot believe I managed to mess up flying again. It's not very hard. Alright. There we go. Luckily it was pretty far into the level at least. Alright. So Vanilla Fort up next. So the trick to swimming in this game is that you want to hold down. That allows you to do like these really tiny swims that don't like make you go up a lot. If you just swim normally in this game, it's really bad. It's hard to control. Like just your height in particular, you can't really control it very well. But if you hold down, then it's not an issue. I remember I was doing a casual playthrough of this game before I started speedrunning it, and my boy Brams was yelling at me to hold down while I was swimming and to not lose my capes, and I did both. Oh my lord, okay. Well, we won't have a fire flower, I guess. Are you... He's gonna stop there. Yeah, okay. Fine, fine. Why does he turn around? That's not fair.
Oh, hey, it's Resifos.
Yeah, what's up, Resi?
The perfect sprite.
I won't be able to get a cape here, but I'll be able to get one in the next level. The real problem is that I don't have a fire flower. Yeah, this is a really long auto-scroller, so this is kind of boring. So if the host singular wants to say something, then now's probably a good time.
I would like to start with that there is indeed only one host, but we are running this in support of the Dutch Cancer Society,
Confirmed.
an amazing charity which aims to prevent and fight cancer and alleviate the suffering of those already battling the disease. 90% of your donations are going towards the Dutch Cancer Society.
Oh. Can't
Okay.
bounce. Can't bounce on those. Rip.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, apparently Mario is just kicks them. Alright, so there is actually a cape you can get here, which is why I wanted to get that mushroom at the end of the fortress. It would have saved a little bit of time, but I can get a cape pretty easily in the next level, provided that... Never mind. I don't need that mushroom. I don't actually need that mushroom. It's just for safety. It actually loses time, because collecting a mushroom, or collecting any power-up, freezes the game for a second. As long as Mario, like, actually changes forms, then it slows the game down. Like, it freezes for a sec. But yeah, there is a chance that I will die now, I suppose, but we're already back up to 7 lives, so it should be fine. I doubt I will die 7 times trying to collect the cape. But there have been many things that I've doubted would happen, and they happened anyway. Ooh. Jump higher, jump man. Alright. So this is the last flyover we're going to have for a bit. The Forest of Illusion has a bunch of interesting levels. And there we're going to be doing 2 more Yoshi clips. So that's the trick that I messed up in Vanilla Dome near the start of the run. And they're actually quite a bit more significant here. That will be 2 levels from now. 3 actually. I still need to do the castle here. Castle 4. This level's really cool in my opinion. It looks really neat. Little cape cancel there. So if you're flying and you get hit by an enemy, it just cancels your flight and doesn't take away your power up. It's called cape canceling. It's used in a few places to get through tight spots. I really don't like these cage sections. They're quite finicky. Alright, so when you don't have a fire flower to insta-kill Ludwig, you can do a cycle skip, so you can prevent him from doing this attack a second time by jumping on him before he hits the ground here. Speeds up the fight by quite a bit. But yeah, Ludwig you lose the most time on by not having a fire flower. I think it's like 12 seconds. Someone correct me if I'm wrong.
What? Okay.
I mean, it's gone, right?
Aw. I just got a bandage.
Do we have time for yet another
Hill.
donation?
Go for it.
We have a €1 donation from Drake F saying, "Hey Dutch, Drake F here. You were wondering what Lunar Dragon was, so let me drop some knowledge on you. Lunar Dragon
I
is
know
a
what it
category
is.
where you must get all the free up moons and every dragon coin in levels where they are present. Hope to see you run this one day. Oh, we're saving lives, right? So save the animals in Super Metroid."
No.
More animal saving. Oh well. But yeah, I know what Lunar Dragon is. I just don't know any like strats or anything about the category. But yeah, I don't actually plan on running it, so sorry, Drake. I'm actually already running like 4 categories in this game, which is more than any other game that I play. In Super Mario Sunshine, I only run any percent and 120 shines, and then there's Luigi's Mansion and Kirby, where I both only run 1 category. But in this game, I actually run 96 exit, 11 exit, all castles, and no cape, no Star World. It's actually one of the really strong points about this game, I think, is that it has a lot of fun categories of different lengths as well. Alright, so that
Nice.
is a Yoshi clip. So the thing about Yoshi clips is that in addition to being a 3-frame trick, there is also kind of a luck element. It's not RNG, but it is kind of luck. Luckily, though, you can manipulate it to a certain extent. But basically, Yoshi's or any number in this game can have, or at least some of them, like the ones for screen coordinates, or I guess world coordinates if you want to get really technical about it. Yup!
Yay!
There we go. That's frame perfect. But yeah, so coordinates like Mario's position on the screen, they are actually more accurate than just pixels, so there are subpixels. And Yoshi has subpixels as well, and depending on Yoshi's subpixel, either his X or his Y subpixel, I forget which one, but yeah, one of those is significant for the Yoshi clips. So once you're actually in the corner of the wall, whoops. Can I take off? Okay. Once you're actually in the corner of the wall, Yoshi's subpixel will determine how successful you will be at actually getting into the wall proper. Wow. So if you manipulate the subpixel properly, you have a 75% chance, or more accurately, it will work on 3 out of every 4 frames. But if you do it, if you have the wrong subpixel, it can range anywhere from like no chance to well, it goes in increments of 1/4 chance, I suppose. So yeah, it can be like impossible, or it can be 1 out of 4, or it can be 2 out of 4, and best case is 3 out of 4. So even if you do it perfectly, there's a chance that you just hit the wrong frame and you get knocked out. And that has killed many a potential world record in the past from many runners. So, all right, let's get that second Yoshi clip. See if we can get both first try. I'd be happy about that.
That would be pretty epic.
It'd be some redemption. Oh baby.
Oh. There we go.
All right, that makes me feel a little better about this run. Ooh, that was actually a frame perfect block grab as well. If you grab it like on the frame that you run into it, then Mario doesn't stop at all. Whoa. What the heck happened there? I got like bumped down.
Oh.
I am an idiot. All right, let's go for 3 first tries. I mean, it's not like they had a lot of time to tell me, because I was supposed to grab the key either way. But yeah, let's just do it again. This is a fun trick, right? Let's tempt fate. Ha!
There we go. Oh my god.
All right. See, okay, Rick just said easy every time. I would be inclined to say that, but I had been having a horrible time with this trick today, so I wasn't very confident about it going into this run. So I'm happy that it went well, I guess. 3 first try clips. I did mess up the clip in Vanilla Dome, though. But yeah. At least that's something. Alright. This level actually has one of the few secret exits that's a little tricky. First of all, you have to find the right pipe, which there are quite a few pipes in this level. It's like right at the very end. But, and then you need to be big. If you're small Mario, you cannot get the secret exit here unless you have a Goomba and you know how to glitch yourself through a wall with a Goomba, which you're probably not gonna know. But yeah, we're getting the regular exit first. The secret exit actually leads out of the forest, but we still need to get a bunch of levels here. So now we're going to be working our way towards the forest fortress. These transitions take a really long time. So much terrain needs to change. Alright, this level's like exactly the same both times. You just fly to a different door. There's 2 doors up there. The first door goes in the direction of the fortress, so that's the one that we're going to be using now. There is actually a trick you can do in that level to clip through that ceiling, so you don't have to go all the way around. But it's like insanely hard. You have to fly into a corner in that ceiling and then collect. Well, you need to have P speed and then collect a cape as you're like jumping into that corner, and then you will fly through it. It's really hard. We don't like Lakitu. Alright. I have seen people die in that hole. It can happen, and it's never pretty. This level makes it look like you're going really fast. It's actually pretty disorienting to have the background moving so quickly.
Yeah.
It's a good thing that level's so short.
Yeah. Can you imagine that for a minute?
I can imagine it, but it's not a pretty sight.
Nope.
Alright. Forest Fort. The first half of this is auto-scroller, unfortunately. It's not that long. It's similar to the one in the first castle. Why didn't he fly up there? Heck. Yeah, if you fly, you can kind of clip through the... I don't even know what to call those things. The crushers. They're just huge logs. But yeah. It's actually a pretty tricky auto-scroller, especially if you don't have any switch balances. Luckily, we've got all of them at this point, so... makes it a whole lot easier. Alright. Oh, la, la, la. That's not good. Get the cape. Okay. No. You're kidding me. Oh well. It's not the end of the world. I have a... Whoa. I have a fast backup I can get. I'm just gonna grab this mush. That was the intention anyway. Alright. We should be fine. Don't need any power-ups for this guy. There we go. Yeah, there's a cape I can grab in Forced Evolution 4. As long as I don't dive headfirst into a pit. Which I am liable to do. Because I haven't grabbed the cape there for a while. But we'll see. Hello. Here we go. Okay. Didn't get it by the Lakitu. I was actually a little worried about that. They can be pretty unpredictable sometimes. But yeah, we're good. There's actually a Koopa here that... Yeah, see, that guy goes really high. So you don't want to fly too low. It's something that I've messed up before. You live and learn in this game. There are so many things that are seemingly like, you know, they wouldn't give you any trouble, but then they suddenly do, and you're like, oh, that's a thing. Alright. So we don't have a flower for Roy, unfortunately, but we have a cape, which means we can go for Roy Fly. It'd be really bad if I didn't have a cape, because Roy's castle is really long without the cape. There's like this moving platform. We'll call that block snake. But I need to stand on it for a really long time. And it's a party down there. Alright. Yeah, that's why you need to be big, because you can only break those blocks from above when you're big. Alright, see ya, Forced Evolution. I won't be missing you. Alright. That is Roy Fly. It's a pretty swaggy strat. Oop. Alright. And that makes the castle really short, which is really nice. Alright. Hey, look at that.
Well, there's a nice frame.
Hey, Mario. How are you doing? Yeah, no rocket this time. Mario really needs to learn proper firework safety.
Mm-hmm.
Never go near an unexploded firework. Alright, let's go on the... Yeah, that's right. He's a plumber, not a fireman. Alright, Chocolate Island. It's looking a little green because we beat Special World. Actually, didn't mention that, but... So, beating Special World, it changes the overworld palette, which, in my opinion, is kind of a random change. But it also changes a bunch of enemies. So you've probably noticed all of the Koopas, they are now wearing Mario masks instead of shells. And some of them, their colors have also swapped. And they also walk faster, actually. But yeah, the fact that they change colors is actually useful in a few places because it turns all the red Koopas into blue Koopas. And blue Koopas allow you to fly with Yoshi, which is really nice. Okay, this is probably the hardest ghost house. You need to fly at the top of the screen here, but you can't go too high because there's actually an obstacle in the way that will stop your flight. So you need to stay right above this fishing bow. Alright, there we go. And then there's this cape cancel here. And that's it. Oh yeah, both of those rooms are easy to mess up. And they've given me a lot of trouble in the past. But we're good. Alright, so this next level is probably one of the most well-hidden... it has one of the most well-hidden secret exits in the game. Actually, I'm doing the wrong thing right now. I should be getting the... Okay, wait. I need to get these coins. Okay, get out of my life. Okay, it's fine. I'm gonna lose some time on this. But this gives me a second cape. Okay, so in order to get the secret exit in this level, you have to play it fast. So I would have had to complete this room before 250 on the in-game timer, which I've already failed to do. I shouldn't even go for that. I don't know why I'm doing that. You can get a pipe fly here, but I'm really bad at actually flying through this room, so it's not even worth it. Yeah, and if you collect all the dragon coins, you get this room at the end, which is really straightforward. How did I manage to do that? Okay, whatever. That should be the last bonus stars I get. In the remaining levels, it's easy to avoid them. Okay. So that was actually suboptimal routing. It's faster to do the secret exit first. But yeah. It's not really a big deal. Yoshi. You're slowing me down, bro. Alright, so... now I'm gonna be fast enough. There we go. This room is actually really hard casually if you don't have a cape or the switch palaces. The baseball throwing chucks are like some of the worst freaking enemies in the game, along with those flowers that shoot fireballs. They can be really hard to deal with, especially in combination with other enemies. This is a pretty hard room. Is that good? No. Okay. Saved it. Yeah, those footballs, they're random, like when the Chucks decide to throw them. There's a fly harassing me right now. Get out. I had the same issue at ESA. It's unbelievable. Freaking bugs. Alright. Oh. Okay, that's fine. I can get flight here. No, I cannot. Okay. I'm not even gonna bother anymore. I can still get flight here if I just get rid of some of these guys. There we go. So, because these chucks all make noise, it kind of overrides your cape sounds sometimes, which makes it really easy to miss a cape pump. It can be a little annoying. So that level, like, room 1 and 3 can both be tricky. Like, getting flight in room 3 is not straightforward. So I actually got it, and then I freaking messed it up, which is pretty dumb, but it is what it is. Okay. So this level, once again, it's got a secret exit behind the regular exit. You're supposed to go under it, but we can just fly over it. But more importantly, we need to fly over pipes here. You can't drop a single K-pump at the start there. If you do, then you can't make it over the pipe anymore. It's really annoying. It's just one of those cases where missing one input can lose a lot of time. And I actually need to do a regular exit first. It's faster that way. But yeah, in a lot of levels you can't just go over the gold tape, but in some levels you can. I forget what exactly determines it. I know that there is some logic to it. I don't know what it is though. Okay, made it over. That's good. And I just need to stay up there. Yeah, situations like this is where you really want to be able to hear your K-pumps so that you can time them correctly. Alright. Got him. There we go. Alright, the next level, the first room is probably one of the hardest rooms in the game. See if I can pull it off somewhat competently. So you got a screen scroll here, then try not to get hit. Yes. Oh no, I didn't get flight. Heck. That's unfortunate. But yeah, you can fly through the entire remainder of this room. Getting through these pencils is really hard though, and I've only ever done it like once in practice, I think. Not the greatest at it. Yeah, second room is free. Just fly through it. And it gets even easier if you have switch palaces. A few of these guys just are locked up. Woo! Not today, bui bui, not today. Alright. There's one more bui bui fight in Valley of Bowser. It's like right before the end. It's the second to last level. Alright. This level's actually kind of interesting. Because it's an indoor level, but you can still fly through it. You just have to spin fly. Ah, flew too early. Now I gotta wait for this guy. Oh yeah, short level. Peace. Alright. This level's pretty cheesy as well. Going in this pipe just skips a lot of the level. Getting flight there is really hard. Like, you can get flying speed, but it's really finicky. I didn't get it. Luckily, you don't need it or anything, but it is slightly faster, so it's nice to get. Alright, Wendy's Castle. Probably the second hardest castle. The hardest castle is the last one. Mainly due to the fact that there is RNG in that castle, like actual proper RNG. There's not a lot of RNG in this game in general. There's only a few spots. Like, most stuff is frame rules. Alright, let's see. Alright. Very nice. That was a good Castle 6. Alright, now I hate Wendy. So let's see how this goes. Yeah. Should have bounced on her. Oh, come on. It's just bad luck. Again? I'm gonna stay on this side. Oh, wow. There we go. 3 times in a row she's on the left. What are the odds?
That's a marathon, so it's like 95.
Yeah, that's fair.
Marathon luck.
Alright, well, as Mario cleans up the mess here. Sniper, what incentives do we still have coming up?
For the next run, we actually have 2 incentives, which are the character name for Animal Crossing All Depths, where Morty is currently in the lead at 25 euros over Levar R and Duke being at 11 and 6 euros respectively. We also have the town name incentive, where England, without an A, is in the lead over Dolani by about 3 euros. So be sure to get your donations in if you want to have your name in a game.
Grab this. What's the character limit on the town name?
Both the character name and the town name have 6 characters as a maximum.
6? Aw, man. I was thinking of maybe donating for, like, Chokesville or something.
You can make it Dutchj if you really want to. We have a capital, of course.
No, Yoshi. Don't do this to me. Ugh. Okay, so this is kind of bad, because I really want to have kind of a handle on these cycles, but... Okay, it's gone. That's fine. I'll just have to wait for this boo ring. That wasn't too bad. Okay. That's fine. But yeah, so if you handle that boo ring, or the boo cloud, I should say, if you handle that appropriately, then you can make one of the... you can make the boo ring at the end, the first one, you can make it disappear, which is really nice. Oh. Orb. I expect So Safe to get spammed in chat right now. But yeah, Virus Orb is very safe.
We are getting a couple of so saves and a couple of orbs, so.
Nice. So, wow. I really hate it when that happens. So the reason that that orb FFZ emote is called So Safe is because there's actually an orb glitch. You can get an orb by using a glitch that you can just put anywhere. And the method for obtaining the orb that is used by most runners, Virus Orb, is a very safe strat. So, Virus Orb is so safe. But yeah, the orb is kind of a meme. A runner, I forget, I always forget who. It's one of the well-known SMW runners, but they had a VOD for a PB at one point where they were silent the entire time, except for when they got the orb in Sunken Ghost Ship, and they just said orb. Like right into the mic, so that's why it became like a huge meme. It's pretty good. Alright, I'm gonna pick up an extra cape here. It's hidden off screen. I've actually died here before grabbing that cape. I just kind of glitched off screen and died. It was the weirdest thing I've ever seen. But yeah, that has taught me that I never want to jump on top of that block, so I just wait for the feather to come down.
Was it Dots that did it?
It may have been Dots. Like I say, I forget who it was, but it was a well-known runner. Alright, there we go. Sexy slide. That's actually what that strat is called, so. But yeah, I got a first try, which is nice.
Speedrunners are bad at naming strats.
They are. Let's be honest. Some communities are better at it than others. I know that in the Sunshine community, when the early Yoshi go-around trick was found, there was actually a runner. I won't name him, I guess, because I don't... that wouldn't really matter if I did, but yeah, there was a runner who wanted to call the trick barrier skip just to make fun of the Wind Waker runners. But yeah, barrier skip actually got found now, so I guess they got the last laugh. Our resident Wind Waker HD runner hates the trick. Oh well. I really dislike this level. I'd just like you all to know that. So, Yoshi, whenever you're like flying with a cape with Yoshi, he doesn't... He's very... Oh my lord. Really? Really? This has happened to me before today, that I get stuck on that level. So, yeah, that... Really? Okay, fine, whatever. There is a block here that ordinarily has a cape in it, but I have to dupe it in order to get a mushroom first, which is hard. I'm gonna try it though, because it's swag, but... Wow. Really? Oh, I got it!
Nice!
Let's go! So... Without, I do need a Yoshi as well, actually, but we're just gonna ignore that. Without a cape, block dupes are actually frame perfect, I think. So that's why that was hard to do. Did not... No!
No!
Wow.
Oh.
Gosh darn it. Oh, I have a mushroom. Let's go. I'm paying attention. Alright. Fine. I think I was saying something before I died. I forget what it was, though. Hello.
Something about Yoshi?
I mentioned that I needed a Yoshi. Ha. Calculated. Yeah, Block dupes are frame perfect if you don't have a cape. Because the cape, it slows down your descent if you're holding B. So that makes the window for getting that more lenient. Alright. We survived the level!
Woo!
Well, at least I got to show off another application of block dupes. But yeah, it's like hard to block dupe with the masks because the visual cue that I normally use for shells doesn't work with them because the masks are a lot bigger than shells. Alright, this level's pretty cool in my opinion. Some cool Yoshi flying. You need to take Yoshi through this level because that... Oh, no way! I got a first frame jump. If you jump on the first frame that you land, then your flight won't refresh. So you won't be able to fly. And it got me hit there. It's not a huge time loss, but it's still annoying. I have to pick up another Yoshi as well. Alright, we're good. Thought I was gonna hit the lava there. Alright, but yeah. You need Yoshi to get the secret exit here. Because the key is behind a wall that you need Yoshi's tongue to get it, and this is silly. Okay, that worked. I hope I don't hit this Koopa. Okay, cool. I got it! Bow! It's like the best sound in the game. Alright, we are already overestimate. We've still got a bit to go. But this is the hardest castle. Room 2 of this castle is absolutely brutal. There's so much stuff going on here. Got the pencils, the fireballs, the freaking Magic Koopa. Oh, wow, well, that doesn't matter. Magic Koopa's dead, and there's a cape block right here. I just don't have 2 capes, which is fine. Oh, he didn't die. Oh, okay. That fight is surprisingly tricky because of the fireballs. You really have to be careful where you go. But yeah, I forgot to hold B when I entered the fight, so that's why I ended up messing it up. It kind of threw me off. So that was silly. Look, see, sometimes I wonder why Mario even bothers. Like, I mean, he can just kick a castle's butt. Like, what the heck, dude? How is Bowser even an issue?
You think that's weird? I still think it's weird that the egg is saying thank you.
Yoshis are interesting. That's all I'll say. Alright, now we get to do this with Yoshi. Yay! I should have dropped Yoshi, actually. I forgot to do that. Because I did the secret exit last. Oh. Okay, whatever.
Guess we have.
That's fine. Okay, so I am gonna do a slightly risky strat here so that I can pick up an extra feather. But yeah, it doesn't lose time to get the feather here if you do this correctly, so that's why it's nice. There we go. That's a nice cycle skip. So now I've got the same cycle that I would have if I had not gotten the feather. It is possible to get inside of this yellow ground using a clip called either John Carl's or Sandbar. But it's 2 frames, and if you mess it up, you can die. So I didn't have the chance to go for it here because I had to get the feather, but even so, I wouldn't go for it. I have done the trick before, like I've practiced it, but it's not something that I do in runs. Again, like one of those nasty little holes there that you can just fall into. That one's a lot easier to fall into as well, because you're kind of falling down from there. All right, have to scroll the screen here, otherwise these crushers are gonna wreck me. This is a really hard level as well, casually speaking at least. In a speedrun, unless you're doing the fastest strats, I don't think it's that bad. Oh, I didn't hit the fireball there. Ideally, you want to bounce on that fire. Ooh, the corner clip. Okay, we're good. Having a cape really helps here. That makes these jumps a little bit more forgiving. All right, the final bwee. Oh, dude, you have got to be kidding me. I really wanted to get my cape, but he was just like, nope. Don't joke about that. I think if I ever go an hour over estimate in any marathon runs, I'm gonna give up speedrunning.
So when are you going to pick up RPG games?
I have considered like picking up some of the Mario RPGs, specifically Mario and Luigi, but yeah, not like proper RPGs. I don't like text mashing, so
That does
it's
make
kind
sense.
of a high barrier there. All right, well, I've got one cape. This is the final level. Let's see if we can get cape kill on Bowser. That is the dream indeed. Are you kidding? Well, no cape kill. That sucks. Cape kill's a neat strat. I would have liked to show it off. But at the very least, I can show off ball skip. Because I actually know how to do the Bowser fight without a cape now. Because I've been playing no cape, no Star World a lot. Yeah, so with the cape, you want to fly up and then be above Bowser when he throws these Mecha Koopas, so you can immediately hit him. Like, really? Wow, this is unbelievable. I need to wait now.
Okay.
Remember when I said my D-pad was crap? It matters in this fight. Yeah, dude. I'm not gonna get ball skip. I got impatient. I lost time because I got impatient. That's smart.
Speedrun is a curse.
Yeah. It really is, though. Like, having to go slow to go fast can be really hard to deal with sometimes. But yeah, I'm not gonna get ball skip now because I need a Mecha Koopa for that. Oh, this run is worse than my practice run. I'm sad. I hope he doesn't throw that off screen. Okay, he didn't. Alright. Now we just gotta wait for phase 3. apparently something really funny going on right next to me.
So Jasper was wondering where Peach is even getting all these mushrooms from.
Oh, heck. Where's Peach getting the mushrooms?
And I answered with something I should probably not say on stream.
I see. Alright, time when Peach appears. And time. Sub 145. Woo! Estimate for next year, I'm not running this game next year.
That's a good estimate.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe a bonus incentive for 96 exit. No, I'm gonna make another excuse. I haven't played this category actively for a very long time, so I really wanted to do better. I spent a lot of today practicing, and yesterday as well, actually, but yeah, you know, it is what it is. I had to run this at frickin' almost 4 a.m. in the morning, so it's fine. There were a lot of cool moments in that run, I think. And actually, let's just verify that I actually got all of the exits real quick, because that would just be the cherry on top. Okay, I got all of the exits.
Oh. That would have been the perfect storm right there.
That would have been something. All right, well, with that, I think we can safely move on to our next runner. Thanks for watching, guys.